All right. Have you ever stared at a line of Arabic and thought, wait, is that a full sentence or just a couple of words describing something? Well, today we're going to crack the code on one of the most fundamental building blocks of the language, the nominal sentence. Let's jump in.
So, take a look at this. On the left, we have al-adhabu shadidun, and on the right, adhabun shadidun. I mean, they look almost exactly the same, right? But that tiny little difference, that al at the beginning, completely flips the meaning. One is a complete sentence, and the other is just a simple description.
So what's the secret? How can you look at two phrases like that and just know which one is which instantly? That's the puzzle we're going to solve right now. And trust me, once you see it, it'll totally change how you read Arabic. To crack this code, you really only need to understand two essential parts. Think of them like two keys that you need to open a lock. Once you know what to look for, the door just swings right open. The type of sentence we're talking about is called a Jumla Ismiya, or a nominal sentence. And it's exactly what it sounds like. It's a sentence that kicks off with a noun and gives you a complete piece of information. Simple as that. So here's our first key. It's called the Mubtada. This is just the subject of the sentence, the person, place, or thing that the whole sentence is about. Now, here's the big clue. The Mubtada is almost always definite or Marfa. You'll often spot it because of that little al prefix we saw earlier. And our second key is the Khabar. The word Khabar literally means the news. And that's its whole job. It's there to give you the news about the subject. But here's the other half of the secret, so listen close. The Khabar is typically indefinite, or Nakira.
Okay, so we've got our two keys, a definite subject and an indefinite piece of news. But keys are no good without the right combination to the lock, right? Well, for a nominal sentence, that combination is just 4 super simple rules. Let's check them out.
Here is the whole combination. First, and if you only remember one thing from this, make it this one. The subject is definite and the news is indefinite. That's the golden rule. Second, the news has to agree with the subject in gender and number. Third, they're both in their default grammatical case. And fourth, you translate it just like it reads. Subject, then you add is or are, and then the news.
All right, now that we have the rules, let's circle back to that first puzzle we looked at. Get ready because this is the aha moment where it's all going to click into place. This chart just lays it all out perfectly. Look at the sentence, the Jumla Ismiya. You have a definite subject, al-waladu, followed by an indefinite piece of news, salihun. Definite plus indefinite. That means the boy is righteous. But now look at the phrase on the right. Both parts match. Al-waladu al-salihu means the righteous boy. There's no is. See the pattern? That mismatch, definite followed by indefinite, is the secret signal for a complete sentence. It's the code.
Okay, let's put this code to work. We're going to run through a few quick examples, and you'll see just how easy it is to spot this pattern everywhere. First one up, al-kitabu jadidun. Let's run the test. Is al-kitabu definite? Yep, it has al. That's our subject. Is jadidun indefinite? Yep, no al. That's our news. Definite plus indefinite, boom. It's a full sentence. The book is new.
How about this one? Al-madrasatu jamilatun. Okay, al-madrasatu is definite and it's feminine. Jamilatun is indefinite and it's also feminine. It follows our rules perfectly. Definite subject, indefinite news, and they agree in gender. The sentence is, the school is beautiful.
And you know what? The pattern works even when we're not talking about just one thing. Here we have ar-rasulani sadiqani. Our subject, the two messengers, is definite and dual. And the news, truthful, is indefinite and it's also dual. So it's a complete thought. The two messengers are truthful.
And of course, it works for plurals too.
Al-muallimuna mujtahiduna.
You're probably spotting it yourself by now, right? We have a definite plural subject, the teachers, followed by an indefinite plural news, hardworking. They match in gender and number, so we get the teachers are hardworking. Now here's a cool little pro tip, a special case. Al-aklamu tawilatun. The subject, the pens, is a plural of something that isn't human. In Arabic, we often treat these grammatically as a singular feminine thing. Kind of weird, I know. That's why the news, tawilatun, is singular and feminine. But look, the main rule still works. Definite plus indefinite still signals a sentence. So it means the pens are long.
So what does this all mean? After seeing all this in action, what have you really learned?
Well, you've basically just been handed a new superpower for reading Arabic. It's like a master key that lets you see the hidden structure behind the words.
So let's boil it all down. Here's your master key, the one thing you need to take away from all this. When you're reading, just look for the pattern. A definite noun right next to an indefinite noun. That combo is your signal. It screams, this is a complete sentence, and you know exactly how to read it. The subject is the news.
You see, this one simple key really does change everything. It's the difference between just seeing a list of words on a page and actually understanding a complete thought, a complete idea. So, my question for you is this. Now that you have the key, what new meanings are you going to unlock the next time you sit down to read?